Welcome yet again to another video review. This time I'm doing a few computer upgrades, and I thought I'd do a little review and unboxing, I guess. This time it's a power supply upgrade. I'm going from a Thermaltake to a new Corsair. And here it is. Here's the box. I've already taken it out, just haven't opened it yet. But it's the Corsair AX850 Professional Series. It is a 80 plus gold certified power supply. Obviously 850 meaning 850 watts. So here's the box. I took the liberty of already opening up the seals, but I haven't peeped inside yet. So as always, you get a nice little owner's manual, huh? This is their whole line. They have three in. This is their basically Corsair's top of the line series. They have three in their series: 750, 850, 1200, and I didn't need the 1200, so I thought the 850 would work perfect. So they give you some cable ties. It's for cable management. Obviously, a nice large gauge CPU or PCU power cord. I am not talking right now, am I? There's the mounting screws. Looks like just 4 standard black screws to mount to the case. I would assume that this is the bag of goodies. This is a 100% modular power supply unit, so every single cable is its own cable. Obviously, I think when I bought it, the description, there's the 8-pin. It should have 4 SATA power strips on each cord. So here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 on each little guy. So that's what I was hoping to get. My current one, I have a 700 watt Thermaltake, and that one's first to be honest, the clips. These are much better quality clips. The clips on my Thermaltake, and I'll show you part of it, are just not near as good as these are. They're just really bendy. I've already broken 2 actually. So and I'm assuming that this is the goodie bag. And of course they have it all wrapped up for me. Boy, that's the best thing to do with one hand, huh? Alright, so I keep all of my boxes, but I thought I'd go through this slowly here. Looks like it has a really nice matte black finish. Just like I was expecting. But there she is. Actually, it would be facing this direction. Huh, I didn't even notice that. So if you're upside down, if you're on your power supply at the top of the case, they got the lettering that way. If you're on at the bottom, it goes that way. Pretty simple, basic on the outside. Nice open grill front. Power switch as usual. And there's our module pieces. Looks like a nice turbulent fan that they have up here. It's supposed to be very, very quiet, so I hope that's the case. Looking down inside, you can actually see, if you see that glare, it's actually some plastic shielding. It's like over some of the components down there, so that's usually a good thing. But that's the unboxing. Obviously, I'll take another just quick shot once I get in the case, and then I'll also probably, I'm gonna put them side by side so you see my Thermaltake versus the Corsair here. I'm hoping that I'm a little more happy with this one. So. Alright. Okay, so here we have the 2 power supply units side by side. This is a Thermaltake Toughpower 700 watt that I got probably a year and a half ago. Oh boy, more than that actually now. A couple years ago, 2.5 years ago or so. And this is my new Corsair AX850 that I just got today. So obviously very similar in size. If one fits in one case, this one's going to fit in the other, so it's not going to matter. Big note obviously is that this one's not 100% modular. It has the 24-pin motherboard and a single PCI Express that are permanently attached, but every other cable is modular. This one is a not gold classified for the 80 plus. This one is 80 plus bronze, I believe, if I remember right. But very, very quiet. But the biggest note is one of like the SATA cables, which come in bunches of 3 per connection to the power supply. 2 of them are fine, but this one broke on me, 2 years ago maybe? A year and a half ago, and it's just, this is the first one that went, and this one just, the whole backside cracked off. But if you can see, if I can try to zoom in here and show you, they're very cheap. So you can actually go on, and I will actually go on to Thermaltake's website and buy a couple replacement cables. But if you are running multiple hard drives and stuff like that, and you don't want, and like I am, actually right now I'm going to be running 6, so this doesn't work very hot. On the other hand, this, I think the biggest thing to notice is though, as much as I like this nylon mesh surrounding the cable to keep it nice and tight, it really has like a spring to it, so it doesn't like bunching up close together. Where I think these are going to be better, these ribbon-esque cables, I guess. And even in that, the ends are a little different. They are still, obviously SATA cable ends are still small and thin, but they seem a little harder. So hopefully I won't have that problem with this new one. So that's my Thermaltake, and it's, if you have it upside down, you'll get to see that. However, I have a bottom mount case, and I get to see that black crap. So it will be nice to have a nice little guy through my window. But I have a lot of fixing to do after pulling all that cables out, and now it's all, my case is all messed up. But this is the Antec 900 case that goes in. And I have all of my hard drives filled up. I can't put one there because the Antec 900 with my big old video card. This is a GeForce GTX 275 that I got a while back, and runs great in my opinion. She goes in the first slot here, and when you actually push the hard drives in all the way, takes up that hard drive bay right there. Comes in right to the edge, and so you couldn't be able to plug any of the cables in out the back. So thought that was interesting. That kind of sucks, but eventually I'll be upgrading the case too. So I've got my new Corsair AX850 power supply installed now. And I thought I'd give you a little snapshot of it. This, if you do any research on it, which I did most of my research when I bought it, obviously. Bought it, got it installed, and everything, got it going. Turned on the computer, and the fan moves like less than an inch, and then turned off on me. And I thought, oh no, I got a faulty fan or something. However, so I do a little digging. Research. I looked in the owner's manual and said about some variable speeding on the fan. Okay, but usually that doesn't mean it doesn't work at all. However, on their Gold series, for energy purposes and other reasons, it does. It has 3 different speeds, I guess. It has off completely, it has low, and it has high. And it all is based on load. How much is actually being pushed through the CPU. On high load, obviously when you're doing a game or something like that, when the CPU or the GPU is taking a lot of power and everything like that, obviously on a high load, you're going to get more power going through, and then it kicks the fan on automatically. And so right now, even with my computer on, the fan is not running. And so it obviously tends to be a very, very, very quiet power supply. Not that my Thermaltake wasn't quiet, but this is just obviously non-existent, basically. It has kicked on once when I was putting it under load. I don't think it was on high because I could barely hear the dang thing run at all, even with putting my ear up to it. So it is a wonderful power supply. I love the modular cable system a lot more than I like the Thermaltake. The Thermaltake was nice, but having the full modular cables is great. The big benefit, in my opinion, is that this guy, the 8-pin, is a lot longer cable than the 8-pin was from my Thermaltake. I had to buy an 8-inch extension cable for my Thermaltake. However, with the Thermaltake, I was actually able to run it with the 8 extension down and around, so I'm not too worried about that. I have a lot of air movement through this case as it is. So, with that said, I give the AX850 a big thumbs up, and I guess it would take the same with the 750 and the 1200. Great power supplies. I love the Corsair modular system. Everything about it is top notch in my opinion. So, yeah, awesome power supply. Looks like it's going to be a very, very efficient running tool, especially with not even running a fan. So it's not really using any more power than my system is. And that's 6 hard drives, a large CPU cooler, 320 millimeter fans, and a 200 millimeter fan, I think is the one on top of my case. 12 gigs of RAM. Well, the GTX 275 on it, and that's running. And I have a the 920, the Core i7 920. So, with that said, I really enjoy the Corsair AX850. Have to recommend it. Again, another one of my review reviews. Comment down below, subscribe up above. Appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for another one. Peace.